eyes up here. You know what it's time for? Another episode of the House of Tugger. It's an audience full of seniors, so here we go. I'm dressed a little early today because I have so much fan mail, like a bag of it.
It's every day there's like, Cindy James Harcourt.
Not quite like that, but they will print out 8x10s of things from the internet.
Right. Well, that's cute. From Shakalaka.
Yeah, that's SJH.
Love that.
It's just nice to have somebody want your signature at all, honestly.
Hello!
Hello, Tugger Scales. This is from Broadway.com.
Broadway.com.
So tell them what's happening.
I am going on for my Jellicle debut.
Yeah. This is about to say.
Well, duh.
Duh. So.
No, I'm really excited. And also, I get to hold the Tugger sign.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's about to be a gag. Okay, I can't wait. Ouch.
Jellicle Ram.
Can
This lighting is so sick with the lighting.
Can you talk a little bit about what the show means to the audiences?
Feelings and emotion and expression. It's a beautiful place for people to show up and feel something, regardless of what that is, like joy or connection or identity or feeling seen.
Queer joy, a joy bomb, and a beacon of hope. So I hope that somebody out there who looks like me and feels alone sees me and feels a little less alone. So many young black girls with braids, and I have locks under here. I had braids when we started, and I said, you don't have to cut your hair to go under a wig. They'll fix it.
Someone at the stage door who's come and see the show a few times. They made me this necklace.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was so touched.
Fuck, that's amazing.
I was so touched that I almost cried in front of them. I love it so much that they went to a jeweler to get this specifically made, and then was waiting to give it to me for when I came to the stage door for when they saw the show. And I don't know.
That's amazing.
To talk a little bit about how much this show means to these fans.
We found out that one of the chaperones, teachers, what have you, mentioned that a lot of the students that attended on that high school night were coming out to their parents that night, which was major and such a special moment. So it was beautiful that our show gave them that courage, I think, and also showcased the love and the joy and the pride to allow them to come out to their parents in a safe space. So that's something that I don't think I expected that would happen, but it was really beautiful to hear that.
That they feel the electricity. I think nobody has, as audience members, not many people have experienced as much directly affecting the relationship between the actor and the audience member. That synergy as palpably as they have in this show.
They keep coming back because they feel safe, for starters, for the first time in their lives, and they feel seen for the first time in their lives. So they keep coming back because they we love being seen and feel
Come on in,
safe.
Ellie.
Amazing dresser, Ellie.
Yes.
Yes.
Mine too.
Look, I just had a friend yesterday, kind of elaborating on what you were just saying, though, about black and brown spaces, who came to the show and were just saying how they just never envisioned a space in which black and brown queerness and ballroom culture would be so elevated and so lauded and praised by so many people. And it's just such an incredible thing to be here and a part of that, to amplify these voices that are often underground and unheard and unseen. And so many people, you know, feel those things, like you all mentioned, and it's really incredible. It's a blessing.
That's why it's different. It's not like just because it's a great show and like.
No, it's much more than that. And that's why when I go outside, I'm so excited to sign every single autograph and look in somebody's eyes. And when they tell me how they feel about the show, I totally get it because I feel the same way.
You watched as an audience member and felt that way, and I remember seeing that in your eyes.
When I saw it, I was just like, oh my God. It was like for me going to church. It's like I finally get what that experience feels like, because I never felt like that in real church. And I see people who feel that way and who are touched by something, and I go, okay, I'm not moved that way. But when I saw this downtown, I cried all through the show. I cried all the way home. I was like, something was released in me. And I know exactly what people are feeling. It's like I see myself on stage for the first time.
Jellicle cats come out tonight. Jellicle cats come one, come all. The Jellicle moon is shining bright. Jellicles come to the Jellicle Ball. Jellicle cats come out tonight. Jellicles come.
Our courageousness, our uniqueness. I'm about to say talent.
Nerve and talent.
So like, because we know who we are, we live in our truth, there's something that's unique about us and divine. And people often kind of want to keep seeing what that is. So they're like, oh, I want to get a piece of that.
There was a boy, like he had in his teens or like 20, 21, at the end of Memory, sobbing, like trying to hold it in, but like so emotional. And I just like got up out of my thing and I went over and I put an arm around him, and he found me on Instagram afterwards and he said, "Thank you so much for hugging me. I needed it so bad." The real moment, not just like me as my character, but you know, you see somebody feeling it and you're like, hey, I got you.
That literally happened during Moonlight the other day. Someone was crying during that part with it. There's a part where we honor all the legends and mothers of ballroom and founders of ballroom, and someone was just really crying. I was standing next to her and I just, held their hand and sang the rest of it. It was beautiful.
Only at the ball, folks. My friend Emily brought a friend of hers who's a trans man who was so visibly full of emotion backstage, like, just interacting and whatnot, but then said, if I had been able to see this show as a young person, it would have completely changed my life. It would have given me a confidence and a faith in humanity and a tribe to feel like I belong to that I never found until so much later.
Right.
And Jane Krakowski said that if people could see this show, that if this could tour and tour through America, that this show alone could be the thing that fixes the problems we're having right now in terms of getting understanding and getting people to understand that people are just trying to live in their joy.
Right.
And she's right.
This is my dad's first Broadway show. You picked a good 50th birthday today.
I wanted a party.
You look good. Yeah. I know, it looks great, right?
All right, get a picture. I want to take a picture.
So I'm gonna sign all these things. I'm gonna send them all out.
That's right.
It's just gonna take me a second.
That's right. Sign it and send it out.